Hey friends, and welcome back to the 8th video of quadratic equation. From today's video, we will be solving the problem set 2.3 and we will be solving all the 6 questions. And today's video, we will be solving the first question, that is x square plus x minus 20 is equals to 0. And in the previous video, I had given you all 2 MCQs to solve. And if you want to see the solution to the MCQs, please watch the video till the end because the solution is at the end of the video. So let us start with today's video. Now, if you want to get the overview of completing square method, you can watch the previous video. There I have discussed the steps of the completing square method as well as a sum to solve the completing square method. Now, the first step is that we have to check whether the coefficient of x square is 1 or not. And in this equation, the coefficient of x square is 1. So we move on to the second step, that is applying the formula, and the formula is half into coefficient of x the whole square, which gives us half into coefficient of x, that is the coefficient of x is 1. So we get half into 1 the whole square, and which is half square, which gives us 1/4. Now we have to give the positive number to the variable side and the negative number to the constant side. So we get x square plus x plus 1/4 minus 1/4 and minus 20. Now this equation is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square, and we have to reduce it to the form a plus b the whole square. And to do that, what we have to do is we have to take the square root of the first term, sine of the second term, and square root of the third term, the whole square. So it gives us square root of the first term, that is x, sine of the second term, that is plus, and square root of the third term, which is half the whole square, and this will remain as it is. Now we are going to cross multiply this term, which gives us 1 plus 80 upon 4, which is 80 plus 1 gives us 81 and 4, and this minus sign remains same, and we get x plus 1/2 the whole square minus we are taking the square of this bracket, and the square root of 81 is 9, so 9, and square root of 4 is 2, so 2, so 9/2 the whole square. Now we will take this 9/2 the whole square to the right hand side, so it becomes positive, and we will take the square roots because we don't want the square signs, so we will remove them, taking square roots on both sides. So we get x plus 1/2 is equals to plus or minus 9/2. Now this thing you have to remember, that whenever you are taking the square root of any number, you have to write plus or minus. So we are getting two things, that is plus 9/2 and minus 9/2. So x is 9/2 minus 1/2 because this half goes to the right hand side and it becomes minus 1/2, or your x is minus 9/2 and minus plus half goes to the right hand side and it becomes minus half. So x is equals to 9/2 minus 1/2 becomes x as 9 minus 1 upon 2, which is x is 8 upon 2. So we get x as 4, and here we have x is equals to minus 9/2 and minus half. So we get minus 9 minus 1 upon 2, which is minus 10/2, and we get 2 as 2 ones are and 2 fives are. So we get our x as minus 5. So this is how you're supposed to solve the first question using the completing square method, and the answer to the question is 4 and minus 5. So these are the roots of the given equation. Now let us move on to the MCQs that I had given in the previous video. So to solve this MCQ, it is very easy. What you have to do is you have to find which one of the following is a quadratic equation. Now whenever you're solving any MCQ, you have to first eliminate the options which you feel are not correct. So here we will go with the first option. So in this equation, we are having 5 upon x. And we have seen previously that if we are having x in the bottom, then we will remove it. And to remove it, we will multiply by x. So when we multiply by x, here we will get 5, here we will get 3x, but here we will get x cube because we are multiplying by x. So x square into x will become x cube. And we have seen that x cube does not fit in the definition of a quadratic equation. So the highest degree of x should be 2, and it should not be greater than 2. So obviously this particular equation is not a quadratic equation, so we cancel it. Now this equation requires a bit solving, so we will solve it and we'll see this one. So you can see we are having n minus 1 is equals to 2n. Now here the second condition doesn't fit. Why? Because the maximum degree of the variable is not 2, it is 1. And hence this is not a quadratic equation but a linear equation. So this is also not a quadratic equation. Now this sum also we will solve. So here we are having x into x plus 5 as 2, which is x square. X into x gives us x square. X into 5 gives us 5x, which is equals to 2, which becomes x square plus 5x minus 2 is equals to 0. So B is the correct option of this MCQ. If you want, you can solve the fourth option also. This is 1 by x square, x plus 2 is equals to x. So we will multiply by x square. So we get x plus 2, which is equals to x into x square. So here again we are getting x cube, and we cannot have 3 as the maximum value of x. So this is also not the correct quadratic equation, and only this is the correct quadratic equation. So let us move on to the next question. Now in the next question, I had made a mistake in the previous video, and the question was which of the following is not a quadratic equation, and by mistake I had given you which of the following is a quadratic equation. So anyways, let us solve this question as well. So let us solve from the right to the left. So we will first see the D option. Now here we want to find the equation which is not a quadratic equation. So here 2x is there, x square and x square. Now if I take this x square to the right hand side, it becomes plus x square. So x square plus x square will give us 2x square. So we will be having 2x square, then we have 2x, we have 5. So this is a quadratic equation. Next is 5x square, and if we take the 90 to the left hand side, it becomes minus 90. So we get 5x square minus 90. So this equation also satisfies all the condition of a quadratic equation. So this is also a quadratic equation. Next we have x square is equals to 4x. Again, this particular equation satisfies all the conditions required to be a quadratic equation. So this is also a quadratic equation. Now over here we are having x square, positive x square, and here also we are having positive x square. Now if we take this x square to the left hand side, what it will become? It will become minus x square. So x square minus x square will give us what? 0. Then we will be left with what? We will be left with 4x is equals to 11. And 4x is equals to 11 is a linear equation, and it is not a quadratic equation. So hence the answer is A, that A is not a quadratic equation. So that is it for today's video. In today's video, we started with the problem practice set, and we solved 2 MCQs also. If you all have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. And for more such videos, stay tuned and study with me.